Recently ranked as the least affordable city in all of North America, Vancouver is a place that a lot of people are still interested in. I have a lot of videos about the city, so the cost of living comes up pretty often. And one of the questions I've been asked the most is what's the minimum amount someone could survive on in Vancouver? And I didn't really know the answers, so I thought we would figure it out in a video. This is probably the budget that I was like trying to work with when I first moved to Vancouver years ago. Rent, food, phone plan, and maybe some fun. If we have money left over for that, which we probably won't, but those and some other things are what we're gonna take a look at in this video. Can you survive on $1,000 a month in Vancouver? Let's find out. So to start off, how much is $1,000? Like, how would you obtain that here? Well, minimum wage in British Columbia is $15.20. So if you worked a part-time job, which is like 20 hours a week, and did a minimum wage job, you'd make around $12.50 per month. And after taxes, I think that'd be closer to $1,000. So if you worked a part-time job at minimum wage, you would make $1,000 a month. So already you may think this is impossible, but that's why we're gonna tackle the biggest issue first: rent. Who is rent? Well, rent is this guy in Vancouver that kind of bullies you, steals your money, and rips you off a little bit. I'm just kidding. Rent is obviously what you pay to live somewhere. Rent in Vancouver is actually really high. It's one of the reasons the city is unlivable, people say. We have higher than average rent prices in the city and lower than average salaries and pay compared to the rest of Canada. So kind of sus. So let's find out where we're gonna live. I'm not actually moving for this video, by the way, just as reference to see what we could find. These are the ones that I found. You can actually find ones that are like $600 to $700. It's not impossible, but as you can see on the screen, but it's definitely not gonna be like some of the apartment tours I've done on this channel where, you know, they're actually pretty nice places and stuff. Remember, we're not looking for a nice place to live. Honestly, we're just looking for a place that we could call home. And since we only have $1,000, we have to spend, you know, not $1,000 on rent. It's gotta be less than that. A few of these places, the rooms are really small. There might not even be windows. By the way, you will have a roommate with this price range in Vancouver. It's inevitable. I've also made other videos looking at apartments, so I'll link that too. This one looks pretty decent. I think this is the one we're gonna go with. You get your own room, of course, and your own bathroom, and it also includes utilities, so we're gonna save money there. Sometimes when you rent, you pay utilities outside of the rent. Sometimes it's included, like this one. And this one is $695 a month. So let's say we're gonna rent this place out. That leaves us with $305. That's right, $305. It even has some built-in stuff, so you wouldn't have to buy furniture right away. Anyways, this place, it looks pretty good. Total so far, $695. Our second biggest issue would probably be food. And I'm sure you guys already guessed it, but we don't have a budget for eating out or going to restaurants. I'm sorry. But we can make our own food. I didn't make this. It's gonna be like university living, you know, like cans of beans, ramen, rice, like survival mode food, you know, the stuff you'd find in like an underground bunker for an apocalypse. So being mindful of the $1,000, we can still make a few meals. I'm not anything close to a chef, so I'm sure you could think of some more interesting and better meals. Let's just say we ate the same thing every single day. We had oatmeal and eggs in the morning. We had spaghetti for lunch and rotisserie chicken and potatoes for dinner every single day for a month. Again, this is not a luxurious lifestyle, okay? We are not living that. After checking the prices at the stores, the cheapest day I could create with those meals came to this amount. And if we multiply that by 30, it comes to $162.60 for a full month for that exact meal plan. And that's just getting the basics, even though you would probably want to get like vegetables and some more essentials. That's just the basics. No avocado around here. And in general, the cheapest grocery stores to shop at are No Frills and Walmart in Vancouver. And Walmart is actually just outside of Vancouver, so it doesn't really count. So No Frills is kind of the go-to, but keep in mind, some people don't shop there because it may not be as good quality, but when you pay, you know, more at the other stores, you're paying for more quality. So our $162.60 was calculated from the No Frills website. That's the cheapest place. And this may look kind of sad. Yes, I'm looking at it right now, but that's not what we're worried about. We're trying to stay on a budget, not become Gordon Ramsay II. The next essential thing is transportation. Do we want a Tesla or Range Rover maybe? Well, forget a car because we are far too broke for that, just like real life. Our main options are taking the SkyTrain and the buses like the transit, or you could save up like $150 to $300 and buy a used bicycle, but for this example, let's just go with the transit. A lot of the time, the SkyTrain will actually get you to places faster than if you were to drive there. I mean, that's the whole point of the SkyTrains, is to be, you know, above traffic, so that makes sense. And the buses are pretty good too. How much does it cost though? That's what we care about. So the bus and the SkyTrain cost $3.05 per one use, but if you buy a Compass card, Then you can load money onto this thing, and instead of paying $3.05 per one use, it's $2.45 per use. But we have to invest in this card, which is $6, but you can actually get that money back, so it's like a deposit if you ever want to give this card back. So transit is cheaper if you use a Compass card. And if you did want to go the bike route, yeah, I would save up $150 to $300, buy something on Facebook Marketplace, but keep in mind if something goes wrong with it, then we have to pay for it. And we don't exactly have the means to repair a bike. So it depends on how often you would really use the bus, but let's just say you did use it one time every single day for 30 days, it would come to $73.50. Next essential thing is our phone plan. So this iPhone 12 here cost me like $80 a month, and that's because I'm paying down the new phone and also because I have quite a few gigs of data. A lot of people buy used phones and then bring them to providers so they don't have to pay for the new phone, they just have to pay for the services. A few of the cheaper phone providers in BC are Freedom Mobile and Public Mobile. And looking at plans that are unlimited texts and calls, you can get something around $25 a month. And this one comes with 1 gig of data on top of those, so that's pretty good. You just have to bring your own phone. And you could get even cheaper ones if you don't want any data and you don't need like unlimited texts and calls. So we're gonna go with the $25 a month one because we like to text and call our friends, okay? I have a few friends that use Freedom as their network and they say it's pretty good and their plans are cheap. So I think Freedom is the go-to like cheap phone plan provider. You might have less coverage when you go up in the mountains and like different areas when you use a smaller company, but you save money. So it depends how often you go in the mountains, I guess. $28 after tax is what we're gonna pay. And that's pretty good. Just gotta bring our own phone. So hopefully you have a phone, because otherwise we'd be screwed because we don't have a phone. So I'm only including things that we would like really need to function as human beings these days in our society. So the last thing on the list is Wi-Fi. Like obviously you need clothes and stuff, but you just don't need to buy new clothes all the time. So this guy cost me $80 a month for good speeds and unlimited usage. But I know there's smaller companies with cheaper options, so we'll take a look. Let's be honest, no one wants their internet usage limited, so let's just look at unlimited ones. It seems like the cheaper plans are around $40 a month. Looks like Novice and V Media are two good sites to check out. And we found one here, unlimited usage and 25 megabytes per second download, which is, you know, not gonna do much more than help you browse the internet and maybe watch videos. I don't know if you could watch high quality videos though. I don't know if it would be able to do all that. And if you wouldn't be able to watch this video in HD, that would be sad. Unlimited usage, 25 megabytes per second for $43.80 per month after tax. I pretty much just pay a lot more because I want faster speed for like uploading videos and downloading stuff, so that's why mine's 80. So at the end of the day, let's add everything up and see if we were able to stick under that 1,000. So adding our rent to our food bill and then our transportation to the Wi-Fi, and on top of that, the phone bill, our current total is at $1,002.80, and that's after tax, which means we are over budget by almost $3, $2.80. Really, the hardest part about this whole situation would be finding a room to rent or like a place to live in for less than $1,000. At the end of the day, could you survive on less than $1,000 in Vancouver? Maybe. Like, probably not. It really depends who you are, I guess, but I'll say that you certainly couldn't do it comfortably. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week.